Hey, my name's Robin. My kids call me Batman. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm just a regular guy, regular dude with big dreams and a whole lot of stubbornness, strong-willedness, which is probably what people see in the marketplace as just willing to get out there and get things done. So a bigger picture is my passion to speak to the individual, whether they're a leader, manager, supervisor, or a human being like me. I'm just a regular guy. And it doesn't really matter where you do your thing. The most important skill you're going to have to learn is to manage yourself, to lead yourself, to have internal, intrinsic drive. I've trained more than 108,000 people from across the continent and around the world. I've done tons of leadership work, management work, in team building, leadership training, coaching, consulting. In the space of why does somebody not do what they say they would do, or just can't do what they want to do. And the heart of that comes down to intention, to state, and to mindset. But I have this troubling relationship with the word mindset. So I've got this vision to help people make a mind shift. And to share that message, I'm embracing the technology and the way of the world today. And one of those platforms of getting that message out is a podcast. So I've created this podcast called MindShift, when helping people move from I can't to I can. So I keep, as I hear your question, one thing that stands out to me is no one's coming to save you. And what makes the difference? What is the difference between one group of people who never just get there, never experience what they're hoping for, looking for, they never get what they need or want, and another group of people who just seem to? Now, I know that. I've had in my life so much. I've done it. I have done the work. I have learned the skills. And it's like sometimes you can be doing everything and nothing can work. And then something can shift and change. And then it's as if nothing changes, but everything does. So my journey has been, okay, what is the difference? I'm doing the work, but I'm not getting the results. And someone else is doing exactly on the outside. They're doing exactly the same stuff, but they're getting what they're looking for. And that's driven me to go, dude, it's not outside of me. It's not no one's coming to save me or do this for me. So I'm looking within, because everything I need is within. I believe the body heals itself. I believe everything we need, we have access to. So it's just about shifting my mindset, managing my state, and then being willing to do the hard work. There's another aspect to your question. When it comes to, so we look at the world around us, there's a saying that says you need to choose what you believe about the universe. If you live in a friendly universe or a scary one, or one that's working against you. So either the world around you is working for you or it's working against you. In South and Southern Africa, your future is up to you. If you're going to succeed, it's because you find a way to get to that success. No one's coming to save you. The government's not, the infrastructure's not. This world is not geared to support an individual, the small guy, to thrive. However, the small person, the small guy, girl, you're connected to divine. You're connected to the universe, to God, whatever that frame is for you. So you have direct access to everything you need if you can see it. How do I find my why? It's almost as mystical as the question, what's my passion? How do I find my passion? Now, fortunately, in my work to understand mindset and to do the mind shift work, one of the keys is discipline. And one of the secrets of discipline is developing passion. And one of the secrets, now we're like 3 layers deep, right? One of the secrets to developing the passion to have a discipline in place is just curiosity. So I think the world has done us a disfavor by saying you need to first find your passion, you need to find your why, you need to have all the big picture in place, right? And what if you don't? What if you just need enough energy and motivation, motives in action, motivation, to do the next thing? Because here's the thing, what you do more of, you'll get better at. Now, I sit in front of the camera, I know how to operate this stuff, I know how to do websites, art, video, orderly stuff, there's very little in my business that I don't know how to do. So that's like self-made entrepreneur. But I didn't come out of the womb knowing this stuff. It's like, okay, that's where I need to get to. What do I need to be able to do to get there? Let me go and learn that. Growth mindset, a willingness to learn, but most importantly, be curious and be willing to do the work. So we talked about mindset earlier. Now we're talking about more practical. So I'm in South Africa right now. We're sitting in Pretoria recording this. However, I can tell myself that, man, you see, it's difficult here, right? It's more difficult here than somewhere else. And here's the truth. It's difficult everywhere. What will make the difference is what is the story that you're telling yourself and what is the meaning I'm giving to that story. So yeah, I'm in South Africa. It's rough, it's tough. But I tell myself, like, if I can get it right here, I can get it right anywhere. So it comes back to mindset. It comes back to what is the story I tell myself? What states do I learn to access? And then how do I manage my emotions so that I can use that energy in motion to be able to take action? So when it comes to being a creative, there's a couple of avatars we can speak to. Let's speak to the individual first. So the emerging business owner, the person who wants to start their own thing. I don't think there's a better time to be alive than today. You see, you have in your back pockets a personal broadcast studio. You have the means to reach billions of people anywhere and everywhere on the face of the planet. All you got to do is just a few things, like get over yourself, just be comfortable in front of camera. There's a whole bunch of internal, intrinsic stuff, emotion-related stuff that you need to be able to master. And when you've done that and you can just push record, you have direct access to anyone everywhere. This has never been available to us ever in our history. So this is a really exciting time. Now, there's two things that can happen here. The first is I can't get over myself. I might stumble, like, oh, what do I look like on camera? What do I sound like? And I get caught up in my own story. At the same time, speaking to that individual, now that individual, you're an individual approaching a corporate. Remember, people are uncomfortable with change. Now the rules of the game have changed. 10 years ago, 15, 20 years ago, you'd need an ad agency. You'd need a big studio. There were things you needed to do to be able to get in front of many people as optimally as possible within a budget. Those rules don't apply. Now don't mistake talking to companies who are still trying to play the game with the old rules when you're starting to play this game in the new world. Sure, people are going to be uncomfortable. People are going to be, when I say uncomfortable, it's like, I don't understand this. So I take this discomfort that I feel with this new technology and I mistake that to be a message that it's wrong or that it won't work. In a short space of time, you as an individual, either as providing a service to a company or doing this for yourself, right, as a creative, as someone going, hey, here's an opportunity for me to be me, my most authentic self, to do the internal work, to do the mindset work, the emotion work, and get that out of the way, and then with little to no costs, to do stuff that previously would have taken 5, 10 years, 100 to 200,000 Rand a month, I can do from my back pocket. The opportunity is amazing. I always find this like, is it going to be easy? Is it going to be hard? Quite an interesting question. Here's the truth. Everything is difficult at the start. And everyone starts at the start. Now, your start and my start might not be the same point. So I might have skills that I can translate. I can bring from another area into this one. So perhaps you're an actor, perhaps you're a singer, perhaps you're a speaker, perhaps you're a coach or a trainer, and there's skills that you can bring in front of the camera that other people don't have. Perhaps you're a creative in the sense of like you've done the video work, so you're the technology side, you got it down, right? So the only scary stuff is like, how do I be me in front of camera? In the end, what really matters is, are you going to stick with it? Are you going to get in front of camera or whatever your medium is? Are you going to do the work, take the time to get comfortable at what you want to do and keep the end result in mind? Is it easy? Nothing's easy at the start. But then, before you know it, you're flowing. And I think of a quote, someone will say, don't forget that what feels like difficult for you feels like impossible for someone else. And my impossible today is is creating space, creating room for someone else who's just about to start. So start.